What's crap, YouTube? I'm the one, the only real 2G, and I get crazy dude. Did I have to say that? Anyway, this is my Raw Super Show review for Monday, July 9, 2012. Here is what went down on the Super Show on this crazy but entertaining night. AJ kicks off the show just talking to the WWE Universe as to how she kissed CM Punk last week and pushed him and Daniel Bryan through the table, and that wasn't just all she was talking about. She was also referring that she has complete control of her mental faculties, and at one point we see her breaking down in tears, saying that nobody has ever cared about her, none better than CM Punk, and that he brings passion and desire to her, and enjoy. Is she a psycho chick or what? So she calls out Punk. She's talking to him again about this or this and that and that, and then she gets on her knees and asks CM Punk, "Will you marry me?" Here comes Daniel Bryan. He's going, "No, no, no, no." And he tells AJ it'll be the biggest mistake in her life, and this and this and that. And he was just saying that he cares about her more, and CM Punk is only there because he's champion, that you're the special guest referee. And he gets on his knee and he proposes to the geek goddess himself. And so after everything that was going on, Punk and Bryan was just going back and forth, thinking they were going to get physical, but then you hear the little boom, boom, and it's the announced Raw General Manager, Michael Cole, reads off their laptop saying, Raw General Manager is back for this night, and that he has made the main event a mixed tag match with AJ and Punk versus Daniel Bryan and E. That should be interesting. The matches in the first half really was unbelievably quick. First match, the Sheamus over Jack Swagger, no problem whatsoever. It lasted just about a minute. And after the match was Alberto Del Rio just telling his case that, and he will be the new World Heavyweight Champion this Sunday at Money in the Bank. We'll just have to wait and see. And he gives 2 bro kicks to Jack Swagger to send Alberto Del Rio a message. Then we get Santino Marella in the back with Jack Swagger, and of course you know Jack Swagger is going to be the guest general manager for SmackDown because he won the 20-man over the top Battle Royal at Super SmackDown last week. And Santino Marella is trying to play Sherlock Holmes, and that he's going to determine who is the identity of the anonymous Raw general manager on this night. Also, we saw in the match Tenzai with Dolph Ziggler versus the Intercontinental Champion Christian and Tyson Kidd. Not much of a match. Dolph Ziggler and Tenzai defeated Christian and Tyson Kidd, but then eventually it's Tenzai who attacks Tyson Kidd, and then Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler gets at it at the announce table, and bling bling bling, Raw General Manager, anonymous Raw General Manager, has said that Jerry Lawler would face Michael Cole if the WWE Universe voted on it. We get another match in Rose Clay, easily defeating Drew McIntyre. So then we get to the actual first half is over. Here we go with the second half. It's John Cena, it's Kane versus Big Show, and Chris Jericho. These 4 will be in a ladder match for the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank. To get their little, Money in the Bank contract is in that briefcase, whatever. So John Cena, he comes out and he simply says that he declares that he will win a Money in the Bank ladder match. So it was eventually a no contest when Big Show won on a rampage, and John Cena got the last laugh after Big Show gets the ladder all out and attacks Chris Jericho, attacks Kane, and then John Cena comes and attacks Big Show with the ladder, and he's left standing in the ring with just the ladder, but no chance to get after the briefcase, because that all happens this weekend at Money in the Bank. We also learned that The Rock tweeted during Raw that he would appear at the 1000th episode of Raw in 2 weeks, and his goal is to once again become the WWE Champion. What a night that's going to be. That's also my mother's birthday. Then we get another match. It's a qualifying match for the Money in the Bank. It's Sin Cara versus Heath Slater. We all knew that Sin Cara was in the Money in the Bank ladder match last year, but he didn't finish because he got hurt by Sheamus. Or was that 2 years ago? I think it was last year. No, it was last year. So Sin Cara, he beats Heath Slater, and he is the final qualifier for the World Heavyweight Championship match with the Money in the Bank briefcase should he win, with 7 other participants, which I will let you know next upcoming week on the participants, not right now. So it's after Heath Slater loses to Sin Cara. He talks about he can beat anybody for the World Heavyweight Championship, and here comes Bob Backlund, of all WWE legends. Why did they bring out Bob Backlund to destroy Heath Slater? You thought for a second Heath Slater was out to prove something. Bob Backlund, you know how he does his little thing like he's a little chicken. Bop, bop, bop. But anyway, he's still God, but he's very, very old. We put him in the cross face chicken wing, and that was all for Heath Slater. Bob Backlund, for one night, determined that he still got it. Guys, it's a joke. So then we get the match that everybody been waiting for: Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole. And this match was a topsy-turvy spin-a-rooney by Jerry Lawler beating Michael Cole, but then the anonymous Raw General Manager, read by Josh Matthews, said that they reversed the decision because Booker T threw Michael Cole back in the ring and should not have done that, so the winner was Michael Cole. And then here comes Santino Marella. He figures out who is the anonymous Raw General Manager. He says there's only one place that he didn't find. It's under the ring. So he saw under the ring, and before he could do it, someone pulls him under the ring, but Lawler helped him pull him back out, and as he pulled him out, it's Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle was the anonymous Raw General Manager this night. Then you wonder if he was an anonymous Raw General Manager the whole entire time. Interesting to say, and Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole, they were like, why did you do this? But Hornswoggle, like, wow. So was Hornswoggle really under the impression that he was the Raw General Manager all this time? Unbelievable, I must say. So we get to our main event. It's AJ, it's CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan and Eve. Another crazy match after one creepy one half of Raw turns out to be even more creepier and more stranger, because Eve was about to get tagged in by Daniel Bryan, but he decides not to tag Eve, leaving Eve in to dry. AJ beats Eve and the match is over, and then Daniel Bryan is trying to tell AJ, come home with me. And then CM Punk tells AJ, better circumstances or whatever, he doesn't want to marry AJ, and AJ becomes leery and she don't know what to do, so she smiles and slaps CM Punk. And then Daniel Bryan goes over there and tries to bring her warmness back into her, and then she slaps Daniel Bryan, and yes. It was just crazy. It started off creepy, it ended even more creepier. The build-up is here. What is going to happen at Money in the Bank? Will she screw CM Punk to give Daniel Bryan the WWE Championship, or will she defy all odds and give CM Punk? This night was just weird, but I say it was pretty entertaining. Better than last week. I won't say better than last week, but it could get even more interesting come SmackDown this Friday and the Money in the Bank pay-per-view Sunday. But anyway, my Raw Super Show review tonight, still, I give it a 7.5. What did you think about the Raw Super Show tonight? Post your comments on what you think. I'm Raw 2G. Thanks for your time and subscribe. Do what you do. I'm out. Whew.